Contrary to popular belief, things are changing, still changing extremely quickly. So it is a question of exponential growth of new energy technologies of solar and wind and batteries, and electric vehicles and digitization, continuing to grow extremely quickly and disrupting the incumbent system. And the key reason why the 2020s is very exciting is because this is the pivot decade, the decade where all of the growth of energy demand comes from renewables, and therefore fossil fuel demand starts to decline. And what's particularly exciting about these modular renewable technologies is that they're on learning curves whereby their costs are falling by around 20% for every doubling of deployment. And in the meantime, their deployment is doubling more or less every 2 years in the case of solar, every year in the case of batteries, every 3 years in the case of wind. And therefore, this is a movie we've seen before so many times in finance of rapidly growing superior technology having capacity to push out the old system. What I find very strange about this energy transition and what contrasts from other technology shifts that I've seen is that normally, as you have a technology shift, people get it quite quickly. They see the rise of the internet, the decline of the postal system, or the decline of the old retail system or the old media system, and they exit the old and they reallocate their capital to the new. And that is starting to happen. What's particularly worrisome about this transition is the huge amount of capital tied up in the fossil fuel system. So there's about $50,000 billion of fossil fuel fixed assets out there. All of that stuff, without exception, will be gone within 30 years because it's going to get outcompeted. And the problem for investors is they've got so much money tied up in this old system, which is looking increasingly fragile. So in many ways, it's holed below the waterline, where you've got superior, cheaper, faster technologies, which are starting to replace it. The key point that we want to make to investors is don't, it's a good idea to put money into the renewable energy revolution because that's where the future lies, and there are opportunities as well as many risks there. But the easiest thing to do, as Warren Buffett said, is to shoot the horse. That is to say, get out of the old system, which is facing catastrophic and terminal decline.